Hello guys, I know what you're thinking. Oh no, it's a floor sitting video. This is going to be bad. And maybe I was also hoping that if I sit here, my adorable fluffy co-stars would join me in the background and give you something cute to look at. I did want to sit down and talk to you guys, kind of share what's going on, not just to reconnect, because I feel like not only have I been disconnected from you all, I've been disconnected from myself. And I feel right now at this point in my life, I've never experienced this before. So I wanted to talk about it. I also feel shame about it. So maybe by talking about it, it will just get it off my chest. Because in some ways, I feel like I have been dishonest. Like I have been faking it. I have been faking showing up on camera and like as much as I can, which you may have noticed has been less than normal. I haven't even gotten ready or barely left the house in weeks, and that's how bad it's got. So I'm like, okay, we need to do something about this before it gets to the point of no return, because the best way to describe how I'm feeling right now is numb. At least in the past, when I was in a bad situation, it was like I was in a state of fight or flight. Like if you feel something or anxiety or stress or anger or sadness, right? Right now, I feel completely numb. And the things that used to make me happy don't make me happy anymore. I have no motivation and I just don't care. And that scares me. But I guess I just feel like by talking about this, I can remove some of the shame because then I just feel like bad about myself. I also feel like, hey, in the grand scheme of things, I have a great life. I should not be sad and I am not looking for sympathy. In fact, I don't want sympathy, like just you guys being here and still clicking on my videos. I feel your support, I feel your love, and I'm only sharing this because I know there are probably other people maybe who feel this way, and I'm going to try some things to get myself out of it, because if it were up to me and there were no consequences, I would just do nothing or worse than nothing or just rot. You probably are like, okay, Brittany, we get it. You're going through a hard time. Like, we should all be over it by now. But it's actually getting worse. It's like right when I get to a point of, okay, I'm feeling better, I'm doing better, there's another blow. And each one is more shocking, more unfair. Just like I feel like I'm being beaten down to a point that I am like a shell of myself. But the story isn't over. Like that's how I feel right now. And I feel like I've let it go on for too long. And then it scares me because then if you've ever experienced something like this, it's like you feel numb, you have no motivation, you don't want to do anything, you don't care about anything. Then responsibilities and things like they pile up in the background. And then you have like this sense of shame over it. And then the shame becomes debilitating. And so then you're even less motivated, right? And so I think what I have come to, and the purpose of this video, there is a purpose, not just me, sitting here. And believe me, I know there are people who have it so much worse than me. What I've come to realize is it's about taking small steps, like very, very small steps. And my goal and what I'm hoping for is I want to like find joy. Joy might even be too high of a word. So I came up with this idea, a little series I want to do. It's called the Dopamine Diaries, because dopamine is like that motivating chemical, right? Like I don't want to do anything. You have no idea. I had to work myself up for days just to get ready and like film this. First thing is that I have to tell myself is that it's okay. Everyone goes through seasons in life, and sometimes you go through the struggle and the downtime so that when eventually you go on to be doing better, you appreciate it that much more. Like the struggle can give you character. So we're getting character. And the other thing that really kills me is that that is what they want. They are trying to wear me down and it's working, and that kills me, and I cannot let that happen. So we're not letting that happen. Even if I feel that way now, we're not letting that happen. So I have a list of like a few small things I'm going to try. It's all across the board of little small random things. But I think the key is it's about taking very, very small steps. It's not about doing too much. And I'm not trying to go from feeling completely numb to happy and loving life again overnight. I just want to feel a little bit better. So I'm going to do these things. I'll take you through the rest of the week, and then I'm going to give you a rating, a dopamine rating. And then I let you guys know what is actually worth trying and has helped in any small way. I'm not making this for anyone to feel sorry for me. I don't want any sympathy. I'm just trying to come on here and share and be authentic about where I'm at, because it's hard to continue to work and make content and show my face on camera when I'm not doing well and I want to be doing well. So I can't just hope that one day I'm going to wake up and feel better. Like, I have to take those little active steps. And the first thing that I'm going to do, I got a cat stroller. A little stroller for my cat. They get to go outside and it forces me to move and to go on a walk, which I have no motivation to do. But for my cats, I will.
So the number one piece of advice that I have seen, because I have been researching this, is to move, to exercise. And the problem is when you are feeling so down, you don't feel like you have the energy. So I try to hack this by getting a little cat stroller and walking my cat, because I'm doing it for them, not for myself. And I did feel a little ridiculous. I was getting some stares, but my cat loved it, and I did feel better afterwards. So the dopamine score on this, I'm gonna say 9 out of 10. Next thing, I wanted to try having matcha in the morning instead of coffee, because maybe coffee was making it worse. I don't know. And there's so many health benefits to matcha. So I made myself a little iced matcha in a to-go cup just for added pleasure, a little dash of cinnamon. And, I do like matcha, but my morning coffee brings me more joy than this. So I would say as a afternoon pick-me-up, but not in the morning. It wasn't giving me the little dopamine boost I needed. I also was like, let's try and have a more hearty, healthy breakfast, because normally I don't eat breakfast until a little bit later. So I'm like, maybe this will give me more energy, more fuel. So I had this, I kind of forced myself to eat earlier than I normally do. And I would say, yes, I did feel that it gave me more energy throughout the day than I normally have. Now, this is kind of a funny one. This is an Instagram ad that got me. I wanted to try this supplement because there's so many good ingredients in here that are supposed to be good for the brain, the body. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try this. Let's try it live. And as much as I loved the idea of it and the concept, when I tell you this is one of the worst things I've ever possibly consumed, this tastes terrible. I even tried to eat it with my nose plugged so I couldn't taste it. And it's so bad. So give me some ideas or tips of how I can consume this, because I love the ingredients, but I just can't do it. So that made me sad. Then I decided to go out and do my journaling, gratitude journal. Getting in a state of gratitude is supposed to be one of the best things you can do to get out of a funk. And so that definitely did help. And I recommend 9 out of 10. This is something I have been doing, and I just have to show you because it seems ridiculous. It is ridiculous. But when I say this is one of the things making me happiest right now, I have this massage bed setup, back massager and a foot massager. I also do the LED light on my stomach and face while I read, and I'm triple multitasking. Reading makes me happy, and I'm getting that sensation of physical touch circulation because this massager is amazing. And this is a little random thing, but it is making me a little bit happy. I got this adorable little flippy phone. I put a new case on it, and this does give me a little spark of happiness every time I open it. And I got out of the iPhone Matrix, and I have to say, I do love this little guy. And part of what I like is you can do almost everything from the small screen. So I'm not using my phone as much. Okay, now getting back into my cozy hobbies. I have shown these sticker puzzles before, and this is my favorite cozy hobby I have tried. And what I like to do here, and the key here to bring more dopamine, is what you're listening to while you're doing this. So this is occupying your hands and your mind, and then you can listen to something, ideally something positive, motivating, uplifting. I'm actually listening to a book on Shakespeare's life story, but something just to get me out of my head and in the moment. These are really satisfying. Okay, up until you'll see later on what ends up being the winner of this dopamine experiment. This was and still is a top favorite hobby. I don't like coloring. I'm not artistic enough. This is amazing. I would just say start with easier ones because they're a bit time consuming. Like this took 2 hours or more to do. Then I was like, you know what would make me happy? A little sweet treat. I don't want too much, just a bite-sized sweet treat. So I saw this recipe, very, very easy, okay? It's 3-2-1. 3 tablespoons of any cake mix, 2 tablespoons of milk, and then 1 tablespoon of chocolate chips. Put that in the microwave for 55 seconds, and you have a little mug cake. And I have to say, this one, it did backfire because it gave me so much dopamine in the moment. Like this was good. And you got to put the frosting and the sprinkles, okay? This was so good. But then it gave me a crash. So sadly, I'm going to say, even though it was a small portion, it wasn't worth it. So this one was a no. So then I saved the best for last. This is a new trend I saw on TikTok, and when I tell you I've never enjoyed a hobby more in my life, they're these little clay fridge magnets. You can also make them into keychains or whatever you want to use them for. I got the kit, under $20, and it has everything here you need. I'm like, maybe I can do this. Just found a little inspiration picture. And remember, I cannot emphasize this enough. I am not artistic, but I just looked at the picture. I made it as best as I could. Little sprinkles, putting them on here. I can't put into words how satisfying this is, how adorable this is looking at it. I feel it's fun to do. I'm listening to a podcast, an audiobook while I'm doing it. And then I feel like I have something to show for it. So at the end, you just do a little glaze. This is a Mod Podge glaze, and I'm gonna stick the magnet on the back. And yeah, look on Pinterest for inspiration. I love this. This is 10 out of 10 dopamine activity. So then I'm like, we're gonna take this activity on the road. I need to share it. So I invited my bestie to come meet me at one of my favorite spots to do this with me as we talked. And that would be my number one tip if you are in a funk at all, is force yourself to get out of the house, A, and then B, see a friend, see someone who's uplifting. Because even if you don't feel like you want to, I can almost guarantee you will feel better afterwards. Like I felt 10 times better after getting out of the house, seeing my bestie, and then I have my adorable little collection. How cute are these? The peas in the pod, my little cookie. This is a must try. Thank you guys for being here, for listening, for sticking with me. We're all trying our best, and that's really all you can do. Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite dopamine activity when you are not feeling motivated to do anything, and I will maybe do another video like this in the future. Love you guys.